Welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful stitch pattern. It's super easy to make, so I hope you like it. Now, you can use any yarn weight with any hook size. The important thing is the stitch multiple. The stitch multiple to this new stitch pattern is multiples of 6 plus 1. Okay, let's get started, and thanks so much for watching. Now, this is a super easy stitch pattern. It only consists of 2 rows, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So here to begin, I'm going to make a chain in multiples of 6 plus 1. So the first thing, we need to make a slip knot. Insert your hook here. For this sample, I'm using a medium number 4 yarn with a 4mm hook. So to begin, we're going to chain 24, which is multiples of 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I have 24 chains. So to these chains, I'm going to add 1 extra chain. So now I have 25 chains. Now, if you're making a blanket, your chain is going to be longer, but the sequence is still going to be the same. To begin, on the first row here, into the second chain from the hook, this one here, insert your hook and make a single crochet. Here we're going to make our base so that we can start on the first row to the pattern. So all we're doing is 1 single crochet for each chain, like this. So continue like this. At the end of this first row, you're going to have 24 single crochets. Continue, I'll meet you at the end of this row. I finished making this row of single crochets. This is our base row. So here, to begin the first row to the pattern, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Now, beginning into the third single crochet, 1, 2, 3 here, I'm going to make a fan. These fans are going to consist of 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Now skip 1, 2, and into the third single crochet we're going to make a puff stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop. In total, we did this 4 times, so I have 9 loops on the hook. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Now, grab a loop and close through these 9 loops. Chain 1. And here's the puff stitch. Now, skip 1, 2, and into the third, make a fan. So make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Skip 1, 2, and into the third, we're going to now repeat the puff stitch. So insert your hook first, yarn over, insert your hook, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop. 9 loops on the hook, close, chain 1. Again, skip 1, 2, and into the third now, make a fan. This is the sequence that you're going to continue. You're going to have a longer chain, but the sequence is still the same. Here's my fan. Now skip 1, 2, and into the third, make a puff stitch. That's 2, 3, and 4. 9 loops, close, chain 1, and then skip 2 single crochets and make a fan. And that's how it looks. That's how you're going to continue if you have a longer chain. This is the sequence: a fan, skip 2 single crochet, puff stitch, skip 2 single crochets, a fan. Now here at the end you should be left with 3 single crochets. Into the last single crochet, make a double crochet. And this is how I finished the first row to this pattern, and that's what it looks like. Now for the second row, chain 3 and turn. Now in this row we're going to do the same thing, but the puff stitches are going to go into the chain 1 space of the fans, and on top of the puff stitch we're going to make the fans. So let me show you. Beginning into this first fan here, I'm going to make my puff stitch. So yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop. I have 9 loops on the hook, close, chain 1, and now on top of the puff stitch we're going to make our fan. So into the chain space there of the puff right on top, you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Now we have the next fan. Inside the chain 1 space here, make your puff stitch. So yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, and yarn over, grab a loop. 9 loops on the hook, close, chain 1. Now make sure that when you make your loops here for your puff stitch, they're nice and loose so that when you close through all 9 loops, your hook doesn't get caught in any of the loops. Now on top of the puff stitch, we make our fan. Two double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and inside the chain 1 space of the fans we make our puff stitch. Yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop. 9 loops, close, chain 1, and then a fan on top of the puff. And that's all we're going to do for the rest of this row. We're almost done. Now here's the last fan, so I have to do my puff stitch. So yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop. 9 loops, close, chain 1. Now here at the end we have 3 chains. Into the second chain here at the end, insert your hook and make a double crochet. And this is how I finished the second row, and that's what it looks like. Now for the third row to the pattern, chain 3 and turn. Now for this row we have a puff stitch here, so we're going to start with a fan. So make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the chain space of the puff, or on top of the puff. Now we have the fan, so here I have to do the puff stitch. So yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, yarn over, grab a loop, 9 loops, close, chain 1, and on top of the puff stitch into the chain space there, make a fan. And this is how you're going to continue. So let me finish this row, and then I'm going to make a couple more rows so that you can see how it looks. And then inside the fan, make a puff stitch. Very easy stitch pattern, and it's absolutely beautiful on baby dresses. I made a little christening gown using this stitch, and it was absolutely beautiful. This was a long time ago, before I started doing videos. I think I'll repeat that pattern again someday. It's a lot of work. So now on top of the puff, make a fan. And inside the fan, a puff stitch. Chain 1, and then here at the end we're going to finish with a fan. There. Now to finish the row, we always go here at the end into the second chain, insert your hook and make a double crochet. And that's how we finish this row. And that's what it looks like. It's a very pretty pattern, absolutely beautiful. Now, all you're going to do from here on is just chain 3, turn, and then you look at your first stitch here. It's a fan, so start with a puff and then V, puff, V, puff, V, puff, V, and then in the next row it's going to be the opposite. So that's all you're going to do. Just repeat these 2 rows. Now I'm going to make a couple more rows and then I'll come back and show you how it looks. Okay, I did a couple more rows. This is what it looks like. Now this sample here I did with the 4mm crochet hook, and then I went ahead and did this other one here. Look how beautiful it looks. I did this one here with this hook. It's a 5.5mm hook with the same yarn, a medium number 4 yarn. And then that's what it looks like. I think it's a beautiful stitch. It's reversible. Okay, so this was today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.